Angela Lauria, and I am here with another episode of Ask a Bestselling Author. I have bestselling author Sharon Pope with me, and we are going to talk about a little bit of a taboo subject today. So a lot of people, especially when they're new and starting their business, they will want to get training. They want to take coaching certifications, sign up for workshops and classes. They want to get more knowledge. And I find a lot of times they will do that at the expense of getting their book done, making sales, going out and giving speeches. And so how do you know you're somebody who's done training, you've done coach training, you've done master coach training, you believe in personal growth and development? What do you think is the value of a program where you're learning more information versus something where you're getting your book done or you're making speeches? How do you know if you should do more certifications or more training?
Right. So when I did this, I didn't do an either or. I was like, I'm not willing to not build and grow my business, and I still want this training. So yeah, you can get more training or certification, but what I found was because I had already gone through the book writing process and I was ramping up my business and I was investing in my business and I was growing it, a lot of the things that I was learning, I was already doing.
A lot of the things you were learning in master coach training,
in the
or certification programs.
I was actively doing those things in my business. So
well, what's the difference between learning about it theoretically in a class, on a call, in person at an event? What's the difference between learning about it and then doing it?
Well, so I think you only get the best feedback once you do it, because you're going to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And every single time you get some new finding, but it's all in the action. Like until you take action, nothing really happens in your business. You can have 20 certifications, but you have to take some action at some point.
So how would you decide now whether it was a good idea to take a certification? There's another, there's some certification course you see, it looks interesting. How would you decide whether or not to take it?
It would have to be a really, really big deal, right, for me to take another certification. And I think that that's a really personal decision for people. But for me, if you're asking just me, it would have to be something pretty amazing and something that I didn't feel like I knew.
Would you do a certification in hopes it would get you more clients? Like now I'll have a logo that says certified by... No, when people buy from you, are they really interested? Do they ask you a lot? Like, how many certifications do you have? Where are they from?
Not once.
Okay.
Not once.
Yeah. So for me, certifications are awesome. I'm all in too. I have multiple. I have a PhD.
Doctor. Yeah, doctor.
It's just a hobby. But they're for me.
They're for me. Yeah.
I love
I feel
to do
good
stuff
about
like
it.
that. But that's not how you're going to grow your business.
No.
I think for most people. I don't know anyone who I did a certification with that were like, the minute I put the logo up on my website, things went nuts.
Right. And I think there's the flaw in that thinking is that like, okay, it's this or this. I'm either going to grow my business or I'm going to be busy doing certifications. Like if you want the certification, do it. Do it for you personally, for your personal growth, but not in lieu of growing your business and taking action.
Right. Awesome. All right. Well, you can admit your guilty confessions below. Why don't you tell us all the certifications you've gotten in the comments? We'd love to hear where you've been. And if you've done a great program, that let us know. We love to hear about other certification programs. And we love people who take action, making a difference.